The MotoGP world has been rocked once again by shocking news. Amid the excitement surrounding Marc Marquez's dominant victory at the Hungarian Grand Prix, a serious accusation has suddenly emerged and begun spreading throughout the paddock. The rider, who delivered an outstanding performance all weekend, is now under scrutiny after being accused of hiding something that allegedly influenced the competition. Is there really a surprising truth behind Marquez's success? Or is this simply an attempt to diminish one of his greatest achievements? Let's discuss. Who would have thought that Marc Marquez's spectacular victory at the 2026 Hungarian MotoGP would spark a new wave of controversy in the paddock? After dominating the weekend by securing pole position, winning the sprint race, and capping it all off with a brilliant victory at Balloton Park, public attention was focused on more than just his on-track performance. Questions began to arise regarding the true physical condition of the Ducati Lenovo team rider. Several analysts and fans suggested that Marquez had intentionally downplayed his fitness before the race. Some even accused the 8-time world champion of not being entirely honest about his recovery process following shoulder surgery earlier this season. His exceptional performance throughout the weekend seemed inconsistent, in their view, with his previous claims that he was still far from being in peak physical condition. Responding to the growing speculation, Marquez firmly addressed the accusations. The Spanish rider insisted that he had never lied about his physical condition. He admitted that his recovery is still ongoing and that his body has not yet returned to the level it was before the injury. However, his years of experience in MotoGP have taught him how to manage his energy, take care of his body, and maximize his performance during every race session. "I'm not lying. The key is how I conserve energy from Friday onward and manage my physical condition throughout the weekend," Marquez said. He explained that this strategy played a crucial role in allowing him to remain competitive all the way through the main race. He deliberately avoided unnecessary energy expenditure during practice and qualifying sessions so that he could perform at his best when the most important moments arrived. Despite securing the 100th Grand Prix victory of his career, Marquez emphasized that the historic achievement was anything but easy. Behind the dominant result, he still had to battle physical limitations, cope with discomfort in his body, and maintain complete focus throughout an extremely demanding weekend. For him, the victory in Hungary was not just about speed. It was also the result of discipline, smart physical management, and the hard work he put in during his recovery process. During the main race, Pedro Acosta briefly led the field and applied tremendous pressure on Marquez. The two riders engaged in several intense battles that kept fans on the edge of their seats. Marquez admitted that Acosta raced aggressively and gave him no room on track. When one fighter meets another fighter, there's always going to be a battle. Pedro was very aggressive. We made contact several times, and neither of us gave the other any space, Marquez said. Despite the fierce challenge, Marquez's experience and composure ultimately proved decisive. He eventually took control of the race and secured the historic victory. One of the key factors behind Marquez's success was a bold tyre choice decision. Many expected him to follow Pedro Acosta's strategy and use a soft rear tyre. Instead, Marquez chose a different path by opting for a medium rear tyre. That decision turned out to be exactly the right one. Since Friday's practice sessions, Marquez and his team had gathered data indicating that the medium tyre would provide greater consistency and help maintain race pace all the way to the checkered flag. The results became clear in the closing laps, when many riders began to suffer from tyre degradation, while Marquez was still able to maintain a high pace. However, that victory came at a cost. My left arm was completely stiff because it had to work so hard. This victory was extremely demanding physically, but it was all worth it, Marquez said. Marquez's remarkable performance in Hungary also surprised Ducati management. Ducati Lenovo team manager Davide Tardozzi admitted that he did not expect his rider to dominate the race so convincingly just a few weeks after undergoing surgery. According to Tardozzi, the most surprising aspect was not the victory itself, but the way Marquez achieved it while still not fully recovered. Marc is not at 100%. "I didn't expect him to dominate like that," Tardozzi said. He explained that Marquez possesses a mentality unlike that of most other riders. While many competitors focus on simply surviving difficult circumstances, Marquez is always thinking about how to win. There is the Marc who feels physical pain, but there is also the Marc who always says he can do even more. That statement reflects Ducati's immense admiration for the rider's mental strength and determination. Ducati course general manager Gigi Dall'Igna also delivered an emotional reaction following the victory. He admitted that he was almost at a loss for words to describe what Marquez had just accomplished. "I'm out of words. Emotionally, I'm deeply moved and extremely happy for Marc," he said. According to Dall'Igna, Ducati does not want to focus too far ahead on the championship battle at this stage. Their main objective is to enjoy every victory and continue improving from one race to the next. Amid the praise coming from Ducati, Massimo Rivola, CEO of Aprilia Racing, also made comments that attracted considerable attention. Rivola admitted that he was surprised to see Marc Marquez dominate the Hungarian Grand Prix, despite previously stating that he had not fully recovered from surgery. "If Marc really isn't fit yet, I don't even want to imagine what he'll be like when he's 100%, Rivola said. He added that it was understandable why many people were questioning Marquez's physical condition after the Ducati rider secured pole position, won the sprint race, and claimed victory in the Grand Prix all in the same weekend. Although Rivola did not directly accuse Marquez of being dishonest, his remarks were widely interpreted as a subtle challenge to the world champion's claims about his physical condition. Regardless of the opinions surrounding the issue, Marquez's performance at Balloton Park Circuit proved once again that he remains one of the most dangerous riders in MotoGP today. The victory at Balloton Park was not only the 100th Grand Prix win of Marquez's career, but it also provided a major boost in his pursuit of the 2026 MotoGP World Championship. The maximum points earned from both the sprint race and the Grand Prix significantly reduced the gap to his rivals in the standings. More importantly, the level of performance he displayed confirmed that he remains one of the most formidable competitors on the MotoGP grid. Despite not being fully recovered from his injury and surgery, Marquez demonstrated an extraordinary combination of experience, strategic intelligence, tyre management, and mental toughness. His rivals have once again been reminded that Marc Marquez is a rider who can never be written off. When many people doubted his condition, he responded by taking pole position, winning the sprint race, winning the Grand Prix, and securing the 100th victory of his Grand Prix career. The 2026 MotoGP season still has many rounds remaining. However, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Marquez has re-emerged as a serious threat in the fight for the World Championship. Do you believe Marc Marquez is truly not yet 100% fit? Or do you think there is a reason why so many people are questioning his statements? Share your thoughts in the comments below.